friends, welcome to the first coffee chat episode. This episode is going to be about life in your 20s, that identity crisis you seem to have when you reach like 24, to cope through it, and then some thoughts and opinions, most of which are going to be my own personal experiences, but I did get a couple of responses from some of my friends and things to add in. So let's get started. For me, I feel like, and I've kind of related this to being in my 20s, feels a lot like the identity crisis I had when I was like in adolescence, like when I first entered high school, like 14, 15, like 16, like around there, like that, who am I now? Like I'm a teenager, like what do I like? What music do I like? Who am I? What do I want to wear? What do I want to give off? Like who are my friends? What are my values? Like that kind of like realization of things. In a different way, being in your 20s also feels like, for me, it feels like I'm not the person I want to be yet, but I'm also not the person that I used to be, and I'm caught in the middle between the past and the future versions of myself. And that to me is just so like, I don't know, that's what I've been struggling with, is like this identity of like, wait, this is the life I want to create for myself, this is the person I want to be, but I'm not there yet. And like, how do I get there? What am I doing? Who am I now? And I also feel like in your mid-20s, you feel like you're supposed to have it all together. Like the expectation is like, okay, you're an adult now, you have it good, you got it good to go. And maybe some people do, but I feel like a lot of us don't. And I feel like that's especially between me and my friends and things I've seen from people that I know online, and just like that type of situation. I feel like I see a lot of, I don't have it, I'm not where I want to be, I'm expected to be here, but I'm not. And speaking of, something that my friend Ruby commented about this subject was that we are comparing ourselves and that we are all on different journeys and we shouldn't be doing something like that. I'll put her comment here. I don't think I'm remembering it correctly, but it was in that vein, and I just wholeheartedly agree with that. I think that we are all on such different paths. We are all going at our own rate, at our own pace, and us always looking to the left or looking to the right, being like, damn, I'm not where they are, I'm not where they are. It really just ends up hindering our own growth, because we're constantly thinking of what could be better. We're constantly thinking of who could I be more? And I think what would really help with how to get through this time, in our lives, and for me, is learning how to be okay and accepting where we are right now, this mess, this in between, this, you know, we're not quite here but we're not quite there, and accepting that and like enjoying that and enjoying the beautiful thing that is like we get to create whoever we want to be now. And I think that's a big part, is like, wow, we actually can like be who we want to be. Now who is it? But that's so beautiful. We have the opportunity and the time to figure it all out, that you have all the time in the world to get to where you want to be, to pursue whatever you want to pursue. And you can start over at any point. We're going to be constantly changing, and I think we should just like accept that fact of life now, and accept and honor ourselves with grace to give ourselves the time to figure it out. Personally for me, like dedicating time to things that I know makes me happy and I know brings me passion, like art journaling and making YouTube videos and getting out in the community and doing things, like I think focusing on that really, really helps, because you are devoting time to yourself and to figuring out what you want to do, figuring out what makes you happy. And when you can focus on the things that make you happy, and quicker to figure out, oh my gosh, this makes me happy, like I want to pursue this, versus like I'm not wasting my time with that, like able to go for what's making you happy, I think is really important for this time of life. Something that I've personally been doing that's helped me is, remember how I said like this feels like another puberty, this feels like another like adolescence, like I have that same feeling. I've actually been returning to like music I used to listen to around then, and journaling with certain things that I used to around then, and watching movies from around then. And it's really interesting because you get to relive your perspective then and relive that feeling that was similar but not quite this then, and you also get to experience those things from the perspective and the things that you know now and the knowledge that you have now. And for me, it's healing. For me, I really like that. Has to do with just overcoming that fear of self, that fear of putting yourself out there. And I think that the more you dedicate to lifting yourself up and doing things that make you feel good, the more that confidence builds, and how imposter syndrome as well also doesn't get in the way as much. But I'm gonna touch on that more in a creative, artsy coffee chat about that. Anyways, I barely touched my coffee, my goodness. Well, this was the first coffee chat. I gotta get the hang of things. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for participating. Please leave your comments and how you feel, and if you relate, or if you feel a different way or an opposite way about being in your 20s, or if you're not there yet, no worries. But that's just where I'm at. That's what I wanted to talk about today, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next coffee chat. But bye for now, guys.